We humbly request each one of you to kindly settle down ASAP. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We request you to settle down as fast as you can, as our esteemed dignitaries, the Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh is already over here along with the other dignitaries. So we request you to settle down as fast as you can. We shall start. Hope after the various adventures that you had in the morning today at the Statue of Unity in the fresh and pure air, you're all set for the eventful day today. Currently, we have the inaugural session, and then we have wonderful sessions, talks, presentations, which you will definitely enjoy. Those who have joined late, kindly put your mobile phones in silent mode or vibrating mode. Thank you. As we know, our chief guest for the inaugural session, the Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, has inaugurated the exhibition, which is placed outside this hall. And now he's over here to inaugurate today's session as well. And he's going to be over here along with us for the whole day. In the Statue of Unity area, we have almost more than 20 attractions over here, and some of them you would have witnessed yesterday and today. Still more to cover, but here, today morning, we are there for the inaugural session. The chief guest has just inaugurated the exhibition, and now we shall begin with the inaugural session. And post-inaugural session, we have presentations, talks, panel discussions, and a lot more. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome with a big round of applause, Shri Pema Khandu, Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh. We welcome you, sir. Today, in order to grace the event, we have Shri Praveen Bhai Mali, Honorable MLA Disa. We welcome you, sir. We have with us Shri Rakesh Kapoor, Deputy Indian Chief Army. Welcome, sir. We have with us Dr. Saurabh Pardhi, IAS, Commissioner and Managing Director of Gujarat Tourism. Welcome, sir. Since yesterday evening, we have the national sport icon of the country, Shri Milind Soman. We welcome you, sir. We have with us Mr. Ajit Bajaj, President, ATOAI. Welcome, sir. We also have on the dais Shri Venkateshan Thataran, RD, West, Central and South, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. Welcome, sir. We have Shri Anil Oro, the Regional Director, Northeast, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. Welcome, sir. And last but not the least, Mr. Vaibhav Kala, Convention Chairman and Vice President, ATOAI. Welcome, sir. Thank you, everyone. Now, in order to deliver the welcome address and set the tone of the event of today, the inaugural session, please help me welcome Mr. Ajit Bajaj, Padma Shri Awardee and President, ATOAI.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you. Honorable Chief Minister, Pema Khandu sir, Deputy Chief of the Indian Army, Lieutenant General Rakesh Kapoor, VSM, MLA Praveen Bhai Mali from DISA, Dr. Pardi, MD, Gujarat Tourism Corporation Limited, our friend Milind Soman, Mr. Venkatesan, Regional Director, Tourism, Western and Central Region, Government of India, and Mr. Anil Ora, Director, Tourism, Northeast, Government of India, and my dear friend Vaibhav, and my dear fellow adventurers. It's great for all of us to get together and celebrate adventure. Adventure tourism, a profession we love, we are passionate about after a gap of 5 years, right? I'd like to begin by thanking the government of Gujarat for rolling out a green carpet welcome for all of us. Let's have a big round of applause for Gujarat. Thank you. I'd like to begin by saying that a couple of years ago, we were in Arunachal and we had a meeting with the Honorable Chief Minister, and looking at his vision, his passion for adventure, sir is an adventurer himself. And I remember when we met him, he'd just come back from a quad biking expedition to some of our border areas, right? So we were really, really impressed with his, I guess with his support for adventure tourism, with his knowledge for adventure tourism, and his drive to really, really push adventure tourism in Arunachal. So a huge honor to have a fellow adventurer with us, sir. Yeah. And likewise, we met General Rakesh Kapoor a few months back with a national mission to promote border tourism to some of the remote corners of our country. We've been working together with the great Indian Army. I'm pleased to inform you that ATOAI has done 2 trips, FAM trips. The first one to some of the border areas in Arunachal, and the second one to North Kashmir. Right? So as a team, sir, we are very excited to work with you on this national mission. Right? So I want to begin by sharing our vision for adventure tourism in India. As you all know, just before the pandemic, according to global projections, adventure tourism was to be a $1 trillion industry by 2024. And we feel our country, India, we have everything. So for instance, India, and nobody knows about this, we've got 73% of the Himalayan range in our country. We can actually have more than 50 Switzerlands in India itself. We've got a 7,000-kilometer coastline. We are one of the world's biodiversity hotspots. We have every conceivable geographical terrain, so much so that the World Economic Forum ranks our natural heritage as amongst the best in the world, amongst the 10 best in the world. Our mission is our vision. We want our country, we want India to be ranked amongst the 10 best adventure destinations in the world in the next 10 years. So we have many miles to go before we sleep. All of us as adventure operators, there's a lot of hard work for each and every one of us. I must admit that we are getting a lot of support from our Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. They've set up a national board for adventure tourism. And I'm really pleased to inform all of you, Mr. Arvind Singh, our former Secretary Tourism, Government of India. He will be with us this evening. He's the person who really gave us the national board. And the present team at the ministry, I believe we've got a dream team there. We are working very closely with them on issues like a model law for adventure tourism, adventure rescue centers, satellite phones for operators, insurance, and so on. And I'm also very pleased to inform you that the Government of India has agreed to our proposal of setting up 2 mega trails. So the Western Himalayan mega trail, this will start in Jammu. This is, of course, all work in progress. Go through Kashmir, Ladakh, Spiti, Himachal, Garhwal, and Kumaon, ending in the Tri-Junction area, right? We've also now got a Ganga trail, Ganga Nature and Heritage Trail, the very soul of India, as we call it. So this will start from Gomukh, the source, the mythological source of the Ganga River, and go all the way along the river for a good 2,700 kilometers to Ganga Sagar in the Bay of Bengal. Now, these 2 initiatives will be a game changer for the country as well. Right? So, Gujarat, also, there's a 1,200 kilometer coastline. We came here to the Statue of Unity. There's rafting. There's a lot of excitement here. There's a lot of opportunity here. And the Adventure Tour Operators Association of India is going to work very closely with the government of Gujarat to make it a hot and happening adventure destination in the country. So once again, reaching out to all my colleagues in the adventure tourism fraternity, folks, we have a lot of hard work to do. We are getting a lot of support from the government, state governments. As you all know, tomorrow we've got 18 states, their Secretary Tourisms, who are coming to join us with a focus on adventure tourism. So I think this is a huge opportunity for all of us to meet all the state governments, the secretaries, to interact with them. They are also going to showcase their policy, their incentives, and what all they are doing for adventure tourism in the state. So I think this is a game changer for our industry. But as adventure operators, we have to remember the 3 Gs for risk mitigation. The first G is our guidelines. Now, the Adventure Tour Operators Association of India, we have safety guidelines covering 31 verticals of adventure sports. So our guidelines has to be our guiding light, our guides. They are our ambassadors. Not only do they have to be skilled to perfection in their area of operation, in their adventure sport, but they also have to, their communication skills, their skills like first aid, CPR, we have got to make them rock stars of our industry as well. Until our country comes up with standards for adventure equipment. Now, again, I'm pleased to inform you that this is work in progress. Our team is headed by Neeraj Bhatt, our treasurer and co-chair for this convention. We are working with the Bureau of Indian Standards to standardize adventure equipment for adventure sports in the country. Right? So the 3 Gs, guidelines, guides, and gear. As adventure tour operators, this has to be our guiding principle as well. And most importantly, I think all of us have to be custodians for Mother Nature, for the beautiful wilderness areas of our country, and all of us have to pledge to be honorary wardens with a strict leave no trace ethos. We have to leave these beautiful places, Mother Nature, cleaner than we find them. With that, once again, a very warm welcome to all of you. Honored to have you, sir, all of you with us. And a big thank you to our convention chair, Vaibhav, and our entire team at ATOAI for burning the midnight oil to put this show together. Thank you so much. And once again, welcome to Gujarat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your warm welcome words and also the introductory remarks. And we extend good wishes for the decade of vision that the adventure tourism is seeing for. After the lovely welcome words, we would now like to welcome our dignitaries on the dais. So foremost, would request Dr. Saurabh Pardhi, IAS Commissioner and Managing Director of Gujarat Tourism, to welcome Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, Shri Pema Khandu, with a memento. Thank you. We'll now request Mr. Ajit Bajaj, President, ATOAI, to welcome Honorable CM Sir with a Kutchi shawl, a make of Gujarat. Thank you so much. We'll now request Mr. Hiren Pandit to felicitate Honorable MLA Shri Praveen Bhai Mari. Thank you. We'll now request Ms. Khyati Nayak from Gujarat Tourism to kindly welcome Shri Rakesh Kapoor, Deputy Indian Chief Army. Thank you. We'll now request Ms. Khyati Madam to kindly welcome Mr. Milind Suman. Thank you. I will now request Mr. Vaibhav Kala, the Convention Chairman and VP ATOAI, to felicitate Dr. Saurabh Pardhi, the Commissioner and Managing Director of Gujarat Tourism. Thank you. We'll now request Ms. Khyati Nayak to kindly welcome Mr. Ajit Bajaj, the President of ATOAI. Thank you. We'll now request Mr. Hiren Pandit, General Manager TCGL, to kindly welcome Shri Venkateshan Thataran, the Regional Director for West, Central and South, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. Thank you. We'll also request Mr. Hiren Pandit to kindly welcome Shri Anil Oro, Regional Director for Northeast, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. And will now humbly request Ms. Madhuri Mistry, Gujarat Tourism, to welcome Mr. Vaibhav Kala, Convention Chairman and Vice President, ATOAI. Thank you so much. This wonderful convention of today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow is highly important to all of us present over here and to those who has not been able to come down. So, in order to seek the blessings of Almighty, I would now request all the esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly step forward for the lamp lighting. Please.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Thank you. And may we all be blessed with the bestest blessings of Almighty. Thank you once again. With utmost pride and pleasure, I would now request the Deputy Chief of Indian Army Staff, Shri Rakesh Kapoor, to address the august audience over here.
The Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, Shri Pema Khandu, MLA from Disa, Manbir Bhai, the President of the ATOAI, Mr. Ajit Bajaj, distinguished guests on the stage, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow adventurers. At the very outset, I wish to thank ATOI for inviting us here. We feel privileged to be part of this 15th convention of National Convention of ATOI. I'm cognizant of the fact that all of you are very passionate to adventure, tourism, and rightly so, and so well timed that this convention is, because year 2023 has been designated as Visit India Year by the Ministry of Tourism. So very, very aptly done. And I would just like to echo a sentiment that what Mr. Ajit Bajaj just mentioned, that we are blessed to be Indians. We are really blessed to be Indians. We have all the terrains that can be in our country. We have the mountains in the north, the northeast. We have deserts. We've got riverine terrain. We've even got the run, which is unique only to India and to Gujarat. I don't think there is any terrain that lacks in India. We've also got all seasons in India. We have extreme cold to extreme summer. We've got all types of flora and fauna. So actually, tourism in India can be a 24/7 round-the-year activity. You know, depending on where you want to be or which part, it's round the year. And when I was going through the Forbes list, it says India is the 7th most beautiful country. I think possibly they're a little wrong. India is possibly the most beautiful country in the world. And if we are the most beautiful country, we need to increase our percentage of what tourism and adventure contributes to the GDP. Today we are at 4.6%. collectively, all of us need to increase the contribution towards the gross domestic product. And if we are the 22nd ranked country which is visited across the world, there is huge amount of scope, potential to increase the contribution of foreign earnings towards from tourism and adventure. And that needs to happen. Since I am from the army, and I just want to talk a little about border area tourism, and I want to discuss with you all as to what do the border areas offer to us. The border areas of our country offer to us battlefield tourism, which is rich with history. The younger generations have to know what is the history of this country. And therefore, if they visit border areas, they get a full expose to what the history of this country is. The other thing border areas definitely offer is adventure. And there is huge scope for adventure. Whether it is in Kashmir, whether it is in the northeastern states, whether it's in the state of Rajasthan, Gujarat, West Bengal, all these states or southern states all offer a huge scope for adventure. And like it was just mentioned, all forms of adventure can be carried out. The other thing that the border areas offer us is a huge amount of understanding of the ecology of this country. What is the flora, what is the fauna which is obtaining. And I think the next thing that border areas offer to us is spiritual tourism. I think God also wanted us to go to difficult places to find Him. So border areas offer a huge amount of spiritual tourism, cultural tourism, because the culture in every state has its own distinct character. So when you go to border areas, you get a flavor and a taste of the different cultures that obtain in this country. So all this is offered by the border areas. And why is the army so interested in border area tourism? You know, the army is willing to partner with all agencies, the government of India, to develop border area tourism, to encourage border area tourism, because for reasons when border area tourism increases, there is sustainable development which comes to that region. And in fact, this is one of the things even the New Delhi Declaration of the G20 summit covered. And with sustainable development comes security. People have jobs, people have means of livelihood that increases the security of the border areas. With people visiting the border areas, there's improvement of infrastructure. There's a lot of improvement of infrastructure that will take place. Facilities will come up. And with facilities, also our capacities to operate in those areas increases. And with the presence of the army there, and improvement of infrastructure going on, I can assure you there's a huge amount of security that comes along with the fact that the army is present in those border areas, and whatever you're doing can happen uninterruptedly. And that is where we all come in. When I look at the other part is, there is cartographic security also. Because when people will visit the border areas, will carry out adventure activities in border areas, all the signatures are coming from India and not from any other nation. So there is cartographic security. When I look at the average Indian citizen, and that is what I was talking this morning, the average Indian citizen is very patriotic. When they go to the border areas, there's an adrenal rush, there's a feeling of patriotism, They feel they are part of that ecosystem, and why not? Everybody must feel part of that ecosystem. And taking an aspect which Mr. Bajaj covered some time back, we have to keep the border areas clean and sustainable with no traces. And therefore, we've also got ecological task forces in the form of territorial army, which enable keeping these areas pristine. And that is actually equally everybody's responsibility, but we've got an organized ecosystem which helps to do that. And if I would stretch this whole concept of adventure tourism, tourism to border areas, we can even do partnership with our friendly foreign countries to do cross-border adventure, cross-border tourism, and that itself would lead to a huge improvement in bilateral relations and increase security. I also want to thank ATOAI for giving us the opportunity to conduct a panel discussion on border area tourism, vibrant villages, and the Vibrant Villages program. The Indian Army is partnering with the Government of India. We've identified villages, and there is huge amount of scope to create those kind of villages. And like I this morning said, and we will discuss this further, there is an existing workforce available to carry out this task, which is trained, disciplined, and physically fit, which understands adventure, which understands tourism, in the form of ex-servicemen, because many of them belong to these border areas. So whatever you all are doing, please do look at this kind of a workforce which is already available. And I always mention that is the return on investment. The nation makes an investment in the soldier, and when the soldier comes back to society, that is his return on investment. And that is that workforce available. And we are very excited, we are very enthused with this whole concept, and we look forward to discussing this further. And there is something that I always say in every multi-agency forum which I am present. For incredible India to become invincible India, it has to be Team India, and we are all part of that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I wish this 15th convention the very best, and I'm sure the end results that you're looking for will come forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your important address, all the guidance and the suggestions. We highly appreciate it. Now, in order to grace this event and also impart important suggestions, we have with us our very own Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, Shri Pema Khunduji. I would request all of you to kindly welcome him with a big round of applause for his significant address.
Thank you so much. And firstly, I must convey my heartiest thanks to the entire team of ATOAI for getting me here for the second time in this beautiful district of Narmada. So to grace the occasion, along with me in the dais, our Lieutenant General Kapoorji, the Deputy Chief of Army, and our own star, the famous star, Milan Somanji, and the President of ATOAI, Shri Bajaj, and Honorable MLA, Shri Maliji, and our MD, Tourism Corporation of Gujarat, and both the directors from Government of India, Director West and Director Northeast. The chairman of this convention, Mr. Vaibhav, who is also the Vice President of ATOAI, and all the dignitaries from different states, and all the ATOI members present in this convention. So as discussion which has been started by our President Saab and also very broadly highlighted by our Deputy Chief of Army, Lieutenant General Kapoorji, I also totally agree that in our country we have a very huge potential of tourism that we are still yet not being able to harness our own potentials. If you talk about GDP, both the gentlemen, they have mentioned that in terms of tourism, what is our capacity in contributing to the country towards the GDP. So I must appreciate the vision which ATOI has made today. The President, Mr. Bajaj, has mentioned that in next coming 10 years, India should become the most preferred destination in terms of adventure tourism. So likewise, I think this year, since it's the 15th conference of ATOI, many experts are gathered here, and in this 3 days deliberation, you all will be, discussing very important topics, wherein the state government and also the union government can also come and handhold a good vision for an adventure tourism prospects of country as a whole. I belong from a state that you all are well aware. It's called as Arunachal Pradesh. And it is the biggest state in entire Northeast. I often mention and often tell to my friends that actually Northeast, Arunachal is the Northeast within the Northeast. We are the northernmost state and also we are the easternmost state within the Northeast. My state actually has a very good potential for adventure tourism. We share 3 international boundaries, one with Bhutan. Approximately, we share around 250 kilometers, and with Tibet, China, approximately 1,200 kilometers, and to the east, Myanmar, approximately we share around 550 kilometers. So Arunachal Pradesh is a very interesting state. Arunachal is a home for around 26 major tribes and more than 100 sub-tribes. I think many of you must have visited Arunachal Pradesh. But in terms of, earlier it was not very well known to rest part of India due to lot many issues and all. Northeast as a whole I'm talking about. But I think we must thank Honorable Prime Minister Modi Saab, who had a good vision for Northeast. Whatever infrastructure gaps that, that Northeast we didn't had at that point of time, now it has slowly now coming up now. Now we have good roads, now we have good airports, now we have, good infrastructures coming all over Northeast, and Arunachal also, although we are a very, difficult terrain state, but although lot many development is taking place. See, development and promotion of tourism, it is in sync. Like if you need to promote tourism, then definitely good infrastructure has to be there. Firstly, good communication, because time is money and time is precious. Everyone wants to travel and, have some adventure kind of activity. But at the end of the day, they are very much concerned about time, how much long it will take to reach the destination. So these kind of gaps are being now omitted by the, able leadership under Honorable Prime Minister Saab. Like as I mentioned, infrastructure का जो development का जो journey है, in Arunachal Pradesh, we have this Trans-Arunachal Highway which runs through around 1,800 kilometers from east to west. And I think a couple of years back, our Honorable Prime Minister Saab has inaugurated 2 important bridges in Northeast that's located in Assam. One is Dr. Bhupen Hazarika Setu और दूसरा वाला अपना Bogibil Bridge. So although these 2 projects are located in north of Assam, but actually more than Assam, Arunachal is more benefited by these 2 bridges. Because Arunachal is a very vast state. When you earlier पहले क्या होता था कि actually adventure, असली adventure वो पुराना जमाना में था Arunachal में. If one is to travel from my own capital city, Inaugural, to eastern part of Arunachal, at that point of time, we had to cross the river, by ferries. गाड़ी भी फेरी में रख के क्रॉस करना पड़ता था और बहुत सारा जगह में हाथी के ऊपर में बैठ के भी बड़ा बड़ा नदी को क्रॉस करना पड़ता था. तो अभी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अच्छा ये हो जाने का बाद में नाउ टूरिज्म जो इनफ्लो है वहाँ अरुणाचल और नॉर्थ ईस्ट में काफ़ी बढ़ गया है. So likewise, we need to take it more professionally. I totally agree with what our Deputy Chief Saab has mentioned. कि देश में देखो अभी अपना एक्स आर्मी मैन का कमी नहीं है. दे रिटायर इन ए वेरी यंग एज. आई थिंक बाय 36-37 दे रिटायर फ्रॉम आर्मी एज एन सोल्जर. तो उनके लिए फिर दोबारा री एम्प्लॉयमेंट करने के लिए आई थिंक एडवेंचर टूर ऑपरेटर्स कैन प्ले ए वेरी मेजर रोल. ऑलरेडी हैव एन ट्रेन्ड एक्सपर्ट. ऑलरेडी अपने पास एक ट्रेन एक्सपर्ट है एंड एडवेंचर्स में आप लोगों को एक्सपर्ट का ही तो जरूरत है. So this is a very good way forward to propel the adventure tourism across the country. I think आप लोगों का जब टेक्निकल सेशन होगा तो इसको ऊपर भी आप लोग अच्छे से इसमें आप लोग अध्ययन करना बहुत ही ज़रूरी है. And in this conference, I can see, as told that tomorrow, lot many states, around 18 states, from where our directors and secretaries, they will be showing the PowerPoint presentation. So like we need to work like a partner because you are an expert in adventure tourism and we are the state government. So what is your suggestions from, every state has their own different kind of, beauties and different kind of activities to offer in terms of tourism. So I think this platform is the best platform, Adventure Tourism Association of India. तो आप लोगों का जो suggestion है, we as a state government, we can take it forward. Government का भी जो further investment जो होगा, कुछ infrastructure build करना हो दूर दराज में. So I think in lot many ways you all can guide the respective state governments that in coming days how tourism can be a sustainable kind of a tourism, adventure को लेके भी. So likewise, Honorable Prime Minister Saab has also a very big vision of this country that we all know. And tourism उनका एक बहुत ही एक pet subject है. Today we are here in this beautiful city of Narmada. तो नर्मदा तो पहले यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं हुआ करता था. अभी जब से अपना नर्मदा का सरोवर डैम जब आ गया, इसके बाद स्टैच्यू ऑफ यूनिटी, तो इसके बाद देखिए यहाँ पे टूरिज्म किस प्रकार से यहाँ पे फ्लोरिश हो गया है. He is one person that he knows how to drive tourism actually. So today, in fact, I came to know that Honorable PM Saab is also landing here at Surat area. And after the program, again, I think he's heading towards Varanasi. तो उनका जो आइडियाज है टूरिज्म को कैसे बढ़ाना है विद इन द कंट्री, ऑनरेबल पीएम साहब ने एक बहुत अच्छा एक प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट किया अंडर द एजेस ऑफ मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ टूरिज्म कि देखो अपना देश. पहले क्या होता है कि अपना देशवासी टूरिज्म का उसके लिए हम लोग वी ऑलवेज ऑफ फॉर ट्रेवलिंग आउटसाइड. आप लोग यहाँ पे बहुत सारा एडवेंचर टूरिज्म का ओनर्स भी यहाँ पे है, आप लोग भी काफ़ी क्लाइंट्स को यहाँ से लेके गया होगा. बट इंडिया एज इफ यू पुट टुगेदर that we are one of the most beautiful countries in the entire world and our cultures are so diverse. अपना देश में बहुत कुछ देखने का है, तो बाहर तो सब कंट्री देखने के बाद तो जाके आप बाहर जाना चाहिए. सो ये एक बहुत एक माननीय पीएम साहब ने एक बहुत अच्छा विजन उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया. जैसे आज माननीय पीएम साहब वहाँ वाराणसी जाके तमिल काशी का जो संगम जो है, दिस इज द सेकेंड इवेंट, आज सेकेंड ईयर है, ऑनरेबल पीएम साहब वहाँ पे आज उसको एड्रेस कर रहा है. Likewise, when Modi Sahab was the chief minister of this beautiful state, Gujarat, at that point of time also he has connected a very important thing, कि Lord Krishna is from Gujarat, अपना वहाँ पोरबंदर एरिया से, द्वारका एरिया से. तो लॉर्ड कृष्णा का जो शादी जो है रुक्मणी, एंड यू ऑल नो रुक्मणी जो है वहाँ पे मालिनी थान जो है हमारा बिश्मक नगर, लॉर्ड किंग बिश्मक का उनका बेटी था, और बिश्मक नगर जो है दैट्स इन अरुणाचल प्रदेश. तो एवरी ईयर यहाँ पे माधेपुर गेड, माधेपुर फेयर, यहाँ पे इवेंट उन्होंने ऑर्गेनाइज किया. तो तब से लेकर अरुणाचल और गुजरात के बीच में जो संबंध भी है, क्योंकि ऐसे जो शादी विवाह का जो प्रोग्राम होते हैं, सो वी एस एन अरुणाचल कम एस एन गरहाती, आई थिंक गरहाती, यस. सो वी कम हियर एस एन गरहाती. तो यहाँ पोरबंदर में बहुत बड़ा इवेंट होता है, मार्च अप्रैल में उसको आयोजन किया जाता है. इट्स फॉर 5 days. जिस और कल्चरल एक्सचेंज. तो वो अरुणाचल के लोग यहाँ आके गुजरात देखते हैं, फिर वहाँ के बारे में जानते हैं, यहाँ के लोग फिर वहाँ आते हैं. सो इस इन इनडायरेक्ट वे वी आर प्रमोटिंग टूरिज्म. सो इस तरह का कॉन्सेप्ट माननीय पीएम साहब लेके जाता है. एंड एज मेंशन बाय जनरल साहब दैट एज टीम इंडिया वी शुड ऑल वर्क टुगेदर. द विजन दैट वी ऑल शुड फोकस when the country will be celebrating the 100 years of India's independence 2047, वहाँ पे हम लोगों का कंट्री का पोजीशनिंग किस लेवल में होना है, उस लेवल में हम लोग जो भी काम कर रहे हैं, यू बीइंग एन एडवेंचर टूर ऑपरेटर्स, उस वक्त में आफ्टर नेक्स्ट 25 years when country will be celebrating 100 years of independence, तो उस वक्त में अपना एडवेंचर टूरिज्म प्रेसिडेंट साहब ने बोला है आफ्टर 10 years it should be one of the top 10 rankings in next 15 years put together 10 plus 15 25 years 2047 our should be in top 3 destinations in the entire world. इस तरह का विजन लेके we should all work in partners, the association along with the union government and all the respective state government. Definitely our country has lot many things to offer. Our president Bajaj Sahab has mentioned that we have all the climatic zones, we have all the conditions here in our country. In Arunachal Pradesh also we have all the climatic zones. अभी समर्स में यहाँ में गुजरात में जितना गर्मी होता है अरुणाचल में फुट हिल्स में उतना ही गर्मी होता है. साथ साथ उसी वक्त जो पहाड़ों में टेम्परेचर पूरा माइनस में होता है, वहाँ पे ट्रॉपिकल सब ट्रॉपिकल लेक से अल्पाइंस तक वहाँ पे टेम्परेचर हम लोगों को देखने को मिलता है. एंड माय स्टेट इज सो ब्यूटीफुल. आई बीइंग इन चीफ मिनिस्टर आई ऑलवेज कीप ऑन टूरिंग माय ओन स्टेट एज एन टूरिस्ट. Wherever I go, that places are so beauty. And recently, I'm so glad to share that our friend, Mr. Milan Soman, he was there in the Dibang sector. वहाँ पे बहुत सुंदर जगह है. तो recently, after I think 2 months back, he was there. So इस प्रकार से अभी धीरे-धीरे हमारा नॉर्थ ईस्ट और अरुणाचल में काफ़ी टूरिज्म लोग आना शुरू हुआ है. But saying so, we also need to have a caution कि टूरिज्म से फिर जगह को बर्बाद भी नहीं करना चाहिए. These days we are talking about climatic condition, the challenges which we are going to face and we are still facing. तो इस प्रकार से हम लोग को टूरिज्म से फिर उस challenges को भी किस प्रकार से sustainable so that जो अपना hot spot biodiversity है it should also regain. So these are few important parameters while in the technical sessions of course you all will be addressing this kind of issue. And saying so, I must also compliment that this time the 15th annual conference of ATOAI has tried to be carbon negative. That President Sahab was sharing me just a few minutes back in the dining area. It's a very good initiative. It's a very good initiative. I think देश में और भी बाद में जितने भी जो national level का conventions होगा, तो आपसे ही कुछ यहाँ से सीख के लोग एक message लेके जाएंगे यहाँ से. So इतना कहते हुए, the reason actually why I'm here is to invite ATOAI, the 16th conference in my state. तो इतना दूर में आज यहाँ देश का सबसे वेस्टर्न मोस्ट स्टेट गुजरात में आया हूँ, अपना ईस्टर्न मोस्ट स्टेट अरुणाचल प्रदेश से, ताकि आपके जो ये कॉन्फ्रेंस जो है नेक्स्ट ईयर the baton should be passed to Arunachal Pradesh to host the 16th annual conference and I would like to extend in advance आप सभी को मैं वेलकम करता हूँ. Do visit the land of rising sun, Arunachal Pradesh, and with this I once again convey my heartiest thanks and best wishes for the 3 days technical sessions. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Minister, sir, for your valuable insights, for your suggestions. और आपने बहुत ही सुंदर तरीके से गुजरात और अरुणाचल प्रदेश का जो ऐतिहासिक नाता है वो यहाँ पे दर्शाया है. और जो माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री ने बताया कि जो माधोपुर का मेला होता है वो सही में देखने लायक है. So if you get a chance to combine the adventure and that fair, nothing like that. So we also welcome you for that when next time it is being held. I now, with pleasure, request Dr. Saurabh Parthi, IS, MD and Commissioner, Gujarat Tourism, to give away the vote of thanks.
Good morning, all. I welcome you all to the ATOI 15th Annual Convention on behalf of Gujarat Tourism. We are honored to have Honorable CM Arunachal, Shri Pema Khanduji, Lieutenant General Kapoor Sahab, MLA Disa, ATOI Milind Somanji, ATOI, all the dignitaries of the ATOI and all the delegates present over here. On behalf of Gujarat Tourism, we extend a very heart welcome to all of you and I wish all the very best to the convention for the next 3 days. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that sweet thank you note. And now I request all the gentlemen over here to step forward for a group photograph, and then humbly request each one of you to kindly take up your seats in the audience after the group photo. You can step forward, sir. Thank you very much, everyone. And we request you to take up your seats in the audience. And we will now move towards the next session after this wonderful inaugural session. Just give us 2 minutes to set the change of the days, and then we'll begin. Thank you.
Flowing with possibilities. Every stream sparkles with the potential for life. Here is the force that thrills. In a heartbeat,